In 1620, while the Mayflower was in Provincetown, 18 of its men sailed in a small shallop, searching for a place to live. They came to present-day Eastham, where they were met by a group of Nauset. After a brief but violent encounter, the English left towards today's Plymouth. In 2020, we remember this first encounter. We explore its meanings for today and tomorrow. My name is Joanna Holleck, and I'm the coordinator for the Sunset Series with Eastham 400. I'm here today with Karen Rinaldo. She is the artist who was commissioned to create the art for Eastham 400. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the 400 committee for the invitation to come up and speak about the process involved in the creation of the painting. And what I'm holding here is actually the inspiration as to how all this came about. So the Eastham bicentennial piece was done in 1976. And because the public had been so familiar with that, I had received a call from one of the committee members probably back in late 2018, fall of 2018. And so the conversation went something like, would you be interested in doing a commemorative piece for the 400th celebration for Eastham? And because I'm very passionate about history, and I've always done a lot of work here on the Cape, and as I listened further, I thought it was just such a natural to take part in this, and an honor to be a part of it. And so the other significant piece to the Eastham presentation as the conversation developed was, what would the center focus be? And so I started to work up some drawings and quick little illustrations, first impressions, which I think are very precious to the process. It's those almost instinctive feelings that you get about a design. And the more I thought about it, it was Eastham's signature piece, and that was the shallop. It was that small boat that came ashore, that the first encounter on Eastham's beach. So I thought that would also make a great logo, independent of the painting, but as an integral part of the painting. And so what developed first was a representation in a drawing form of my idea for the logo. If you show one of the shirts, the shirt shows the shallop on the beach. They've done this in 3 different colors. They have a light blue, a gray, and a navy blue. So it shows the shallop on the beach. In the background, you can see the dunes of Wellfleet, and then looking out in the furthest end at Provincetown. Another thing that I incorporate often is subliminal messages. I think they're very effective in conveying an emotion, giving a sense of place as well. And so you see the smoke rising up out of the dune. And the smoke was to represent life, an encampment, a civilization, something going on. The other elements incorporated show the view looking down from Treat Hill and the Cape Cod National Seashore logo. One of the features, very prominent too, the Nauset Lighthouse with the red top to give the mariners a signal so that they could identify where they were. One of the landmarks that so intrigues me, and that has so much significance to this area, is Indian rock, otherwise known as a grinding rock. And that was, I believe, a source of survival for the Nauset tribe who lived along the marsh there. It's located now along the National Seashore. But it was a point where they could sharpen their instruments, grind instruments down, polish whatever they had to work with. And so that's on a walking trail behind Fort Hill. And the Penniman House here presently has quite a collection of whaling memorabilia, log books. Then we have down at the bottom Cove Burying Ground. That was a pretty emotional site to walk. and see names of pilgrims that are buried there. I gave a talk here at the Old Schoolhouse Historical Society last fall, and in the bicentennial piece, you see the evidence of a jawbone that had pretty much deteriorated away. And, but it's still, it's an attractive building and one that I thought would make a nice anchoring point. We have a little line just above it that was selected by the 400th Committee. And it says, "Here we remember the first encounter between Nauset people and pilgrims." Above that is the Eastham windmill, the oldest working windmill on Cape Cod. And the map shows the 3 points where the pilgrims traveled, from Provincetown, then down to Pilgrim Springs, all in that Truro area, Cornhill on the other side, Pilgrim Springs on the Atlantic side, and then down to first encounter here in Eastham. The Coast Guard building that is in front of what they refer to as burial ground of shipwrecks, very treacherous area for those that would traverse the ocean area. And then you see that view of the shallop and the dunes, First Encounter Beach, that was taken from the other side of the marsh. Very dramatic perspective, and one that I thought would make a nice heading right under the titling 1620 Eastham 2020. So the prints from this painting are also available.
Yes, so if you are interested in buying a print of this painting, it can be found at www.eastham400.org. They are $20 and you can buy them there. On that website, you will also find these ornaments. They come with a little card with some information and a picture of the logo, as well as this gold ornament that also shows the shallop and the smoke on it. And then we also have t-shirts, and both the ornament and the t-shirt are also $20 on the same website, eastham400.org. You can buy the t-shirts in dark blue, in light blue, or in gray. We hope that later in the summer these can also be sold in person, but if you'd like to get them now, you can do that as well. So thank you, Karen, for your artwork and for being here with us today. And we hope that you appreciate this artwork and are able to find some for yourself.
Thank you very much.
Okay. My name is Joanna Holleck, and I'm the coordinator for the Sunset Series with Eastham 400. I want to start by saying thank you for your support of this project. As this project moves forward, we are hoping to involve local students and have already reached out to some students at Nauset High School. If you or someone you know is a local high school or college student who's interested in participating in this project, please reach out to me at jholleck@gmail.com. We will provide you with a script to read that reflects upon the so-called first encounter between Mayflower passengers and the Nauset 400 years ago, as well as its significance and lasting impact today. We are excited to bring these videos to you each day this summer, 15 minutes before sunset. Visit www.eastham400.org or the Eastham 400 channel on YouTube to see each of our videos as they're posted daily. Thank you.